Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing a Montu Mix 4 with Montu CS2376 Jr. and Payne. Montu streams at twitch.tv/gamermontu. Two pretty good opening cards here. Patroness Synergizer. Um, so let's see if there's a deciding factor in what comes back. Theoretically astronomer, occupation plow, day labor, but probably more likely. What else comes back here? Tower builder is fine. So like sea trader is not good with synergizer. Land surveyor is a thing with synergizer, but like I don't really think you need land surveyor if you're playing synergizer. Universal educator. Thing is, if you're playing synergizer, like you're gonna have three plowed fields. I'm kind of afraid. What if Universal Educator doesn't come back? I don't know if this is insane for passing Synergizer here. I just think Patroness is so strong. I think Patroness is really strong. Animal Activist, most fence stables for 2 bonus points. Something to keep in mind. Hinterland Farmer. Oh, this is the one where you pay green, get a field back. Yep. Vegetable Man, take vegetable, play an Ock. Not the worst. So you've got Pepper Farmer and Treasure Hunter. I like both of those. With Treasure Hunter, I can and Patroness, I can really get a lot of stone at Reed, and then like hard building stone rooms is an option, so that I'm open to picking up stone house cards. Um, yeah, I'm a bit afraid of passing Pepper Farmer to the Synergizer because that's like a pretty easy 3 points, right? Now it is 3 points that they have to spend a stage 1 occupation on. The thing about Veggie Man is a lot of the benefit of Patroness is that you get the Ox in the early game. I kind of just want to take Animal Activist here. Like the 4 wood just synergizes so well. Like the 4 wood is just, man. Should I take Treasure Hunter though? Is there a world where I take Stable Master? I think I take Stable Master the second time around for sure. But free stable with Animal Activist in the game, not the worst thing in the world. Let's take Pepper Farmer. And then I'm very interested in wheeling Stable Master. And also, I'm interested in taking Universal Educator if it comes back. I think Village Baker is quite good. We've got Hill Cultivator here. So, Hill Cultivator would be a pretty good follow up for the Veggie Man. Pasture Lover, Mason. This is a very late Mason. Bargaining Harvester. Animals when you harvest. Good for the Synergizer. Um, wow, this is killer. I think I have to take Mason, but like I get what Hill Cultivator or Village Baker back. Probably the Synergizer takes Bargaining Harvester. So I get one of these two back. I'm sure Pasture Lover's gone. Yeah, I guess I'll take Mason. I'm surprised to see Mason here. Should use an action space on round spaces 1 to 8. Food on this card when it has 3 food. Okay, if round 8 is vegetable and I get Vegetable Man back, maybe it's playable. Bean counter is not really anything. Midnight Fencer Real Estate Agent. So Real Estate Agent is kind of nice for the pasture lover because it lets them fence 15 but then make it bigger later. Harbor Master is not really anything. I'm not too excited for that. I'm not interested in Mad Scientist with Patroness. I'm hoping not to take the stone space hardly at all. I'm hoping that I can get lots of stone from Reedstone Food and Patroness. Harbor Master. Just so low impact. I'm also low on Mad Scientist because I might wheel the Clay on Grain and Clay on Vegetable card, in which case I'm just never taking either of those actions. This pack is quite weak. I'm glad I'm only seeing it once. I think I'll take Harbor Master. I don't really have that many early game plays so far. What you know what? Maybe that's okay. If I'm planning to wheel Universal Educator, maybe that's fine. To take Gym Trainer. Gym Trainer has the potential to be good. Well, not good, but fine. Just not excited about any of these picks. Harbor Master could be okay. Like it could be fine. You know what? I'll take Harbor Master. Whatever. Yeah, so Universal Educator did not come back. So Tower Builder is a thing. I could double build stone rooms with Tower Builder, and then Mason makes my last room free. The problem with that line is normally I'd want to do it if I had Stone House payoffs, and I don't have any Stone House payoffs. Not really. I think I'll take it anyways and keep it in mind, but the problem with Tower Builder is that if there is, like, if somebody is doing, you know what, I'm going to take Seed Trader, and maybe I actually play Pepper Farmer. Yeah. Is this even good? I don't even know if this Seed Trader is good. Like Tower Builder, the problem with Tower Builder is that if somebody's setting up Pasture Lover, I just want to build before that player. And the Synergizer is not going to build quickly either. That's a huge problem with this Tower Builder. Just take Seed Trader, I guess. Yeah, so the free stable card itself got taken. But I can take Treasure Hunter or Animal Activist, and both of those look excellent, actually. I kind of actually really like Animal Activist here, and there's a world where I can get like a pretty quick double build with Animal Activist Patroness. Pasture Lover came back. I am really surprised by that. I'm very surprised by that. Ranch. Oh, man. I can't pass Rich, the real estate agent, synergizer, right? I just can't. I absolutely cannot pass it to the real estate agent synergizer because that player plows 4 times, fences 12, gets the ranch points. I just have to block pick ranch here, and maybe I use it myself, but boy, do I ever wish I had picked up real estate agent. Holy, really, really strongly regretting that now. Is Earthen Walls a thing here with ranch? It pretty much kills Mason. Like it kills Mason, right? Yeah, I think it's not a thing, unfortunately. Two Woodwood plowing with Pasture Lover seems neat, but it doesn't work out that way. I have to get 10 wood first and fence and then go back and fill it in. I'll just take farm name sign here. You know what? The plow is probably still okay, actually. Earthen walls. I should expect that plow is available late. This just does not seem like I can't use ranch. I can't use pasture lover. Earthen walls providing some wood is nice if I'm gonna try to win the animal activist points. This is a whole lot of nonsense here. uh, I like Potter's Yard. I think Potter's Yard is good. Hop Yard, play this so up to 2 clay as if they were vegetables. You get a grain when you harvest the last clay. Sculpture. Yeah. Oh my goodness, another ranch card. I really wish my hand supported ranch. It just really does not. It just really does not support ranch. Boy, boy, do I ever wish I had real estate agent. Um, I like Potter's Yard. Wouldn't a read into 14 food sometimes? This hand turned into such a disaster. Combos were out there, but I did not pick them up. I never expected to get Pasture Lover back 7th. So what does that mean? So what does Pasture Lover coming back 7th mean? It means people have other ways to base rooms, or what I'm guessing is more likely. So we know Synergizer's out there, right? Although Synergizer didn't know it was coming when they passed Pasture Lover. It might mean that I'm gonna guess we have cards like Farm Steward, um, the homeowner, whatever. I'm gonna guess there are family growth without room cards out there because probably there aren't really any occupations that set a cost that you would pick over pasture lover, right? Like you're not gonna pick carpenter, and obviously you couldn't have drafted axe. It just seems like there's like no way for these cards to work together. Like the pasture lover is an anti combo totally with ranch and with earthen walls. So let's dump pasture lover. Okay. Let's say I want a 2-point ranch. Okay, that means Mason has to be out in 12. That's not trivial to do. And almost certainly means I'm giving up points in other ways. Allotment. We've never seen this card before. BR, no idea what that's in. Veggie stock, grain, and a veg. One food on each of the next 7 round spaces. So with my seed trader, I can spend 5 to get 7 back over time. No thanks. Hardware store. Yeah, I think hardware store is fine here. Simple plow is okay as well. But I like hardware store here. Getting the clay, if I really don't want to take clay, is fine with be pretty easy with Patroness. And I also want clay for earthen walls, and I can always get an incidental clay from Potter's Yard. Probably most of the time I'm playing hardware store early in the game though. So yeah, I could get maybe a clay from Patroness. I could do a 2 clay action that leads into earthen walls hardware store. I have some options there. I could just take a decent clay action because my opponents, I think, are going to be focused on not getting resources. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but like they might be focused on doing other things, so maybe they'll be a good pile of clay for me. And wood clay reedstone, having wood clay reedstone as a second action is just rock solid. I could take Farm Stable, could take Borrowed Plow, could take Bartering Shack. I'm pretty low on Bartering Shack because of Patroness. Like, it seems like I would take a cattle just to play Bartering Shack a lot of the time, which I'm pretty low on. So I'd like Farm Stable here. Although if I dump Animal Activist, I'm not going to be too happy with my Farm Stable. Uh, Safety pin? Sure. This draft is tough. Tough. It's going to be very difficult to beat any other player that has some kind of coherent game plan. I'm going to need either them to all like be not really doing other things and not competing with me, or to just like have the super open lane, because it's hard to imagine I'm going to have the super open lane given the draft. I mean, maybe, like, I did get third pick Mason, right? And I didn't expect to get a 4 wood occupation 6. Now, is this a great one? Maybe not, but I mean, 4 wood, that you just got to plan to build 4 stables, which is not the easiest thing to do, but it's doable. I really regret taking Patroness over Synergizer. I'll have to look at the stats to see if that was wrong. I feel like Patroness is like 4-7 or something. So I'm not sure if Synergizer is higher, but I mean, Universal Educator did not come back. So maybe we've got like a Field Watchman or something, and then I'm hoping that the Synergizer Field Watchman fought over the crop payoffs, right? Because I didn't get Universal Educator back, so that might mean, that might mean there are 2 players doing the early crops thing, which theoretically should bode very well for the big Stonehouse guy, because that means Plow should be open late and Family Growth stuff should be open early, which is exactly the sequence you want. Yeah. I'm just not sure I made any correct. I just feel like I didn't make any correct picks in this draft, and that's tough. That's really tough. Ugh. Um, Madonna statue. Toss earthen walls, potty yard, safety pin. Some very reasonable targets for it. Man, I wonder if there was not. Oh, sculpture coming back. Like, I wonder if real estate agent fell out of the draft. I wish I knew that. I just think I could never pass this ranch with real estate agent in the draft, right? Like even if that player doesn't have synergizer, they just plow a field, fence 14, collect all the points and all the food, play real estate agent, make your farm more sensible so that you can actually do stuff on it with fields and rooms. Uh, uh, I drafted it under duress, Fofo. There was real estate agent and I passed synergizer for patroness, so I was not, and I just feel like there's just no way for me to get the ranch points here. I just don't think it's a viable line for me. Not if I want to play Mason, and I think I do want to play Mason. Not knowing that I pass Synergizer, so there's going to be competition for the plow and field space. Uh, Not if I want to do anything with Earth and Walls, which theoretically, like what I'm kind of predicting here is that there's I'm guessing there's like a morning trader or a field watchman out there, maybe possibly even like a fresh dirt worker, and that I'm hoping that the synergizer fresh dirt worker have kind of taken a bunch of picks from each other and kind of fight with each other, and that I get to just live on easy street because of that. That's my dream. That's my dream. So what's the earthen walls timing? So building two rooms, or sorry, not earthen walls, potter's yard timing. So building two rooms. Maybe building two rooms and then building four stables, and then zero fields and zero pastures um, gets me to the potter's yard threshold. And if every plow comes with two food and two wood, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, drunkard. Okay, so it wasn't morning trader, but I knew it was something like that. And I almost wonder, like does CS Junior even have like I knew it had to be something like that, right? When I saw drunk, like I feel vindicated. I feel like that was a correct read on my part. The other thing is, I passed vegetable occupation guy, so I kind of expect occupation to be relatively easy in stage one, right? Because the synergizer doesn't really spam ox. The drunkard could spam ox, but doesn't necessarily. And assuming Payne took that vegetable guy before he came back, which Payne loves that kind of card, right? Yeah, Ock could be pretty easy in the early game. So I can play Patroness, Animal Activist, whatever else. Um, no sheep, no major minor. I think I'm passing on the two clay still. Payne took whale oil, my favorite. I had to pass. I think I had to pass on whale oil to first pick ranch. Pretty sure I knew about whale oil. Oh, Payne takes the four clay. I will not say no to a second Reedstone food action. I might get expensive Auk back. I might get. Mm, if Payne doesn't take two read, I probably could take two read. I'm guessing Payne's on the vegetable card guy, the vegetable occupation guy. That's a Payne card in my books. Montu first move plowing. Yeah. So I wonder if Montu passed some early crop payoff cards and didn't get them back, and then when he saw Drunkard come out, he was like, "Oh, okay, I better block that." Yeah, Hill Cultivator. So yeah, so I was surprised that I wheeled Pasture Lover. I expected to wheel one of Hill Cultivator or There was another card in that pack. Health Cultivator or something else. I didn't get either. I was pretty surprised by that, to be honest. Yeah, I will take 3 wood. Okay, this is just like the easiest path to building the first room ever. And I had that read, right? That it seemed like I might even have a good path to double building because you don't get Mason when you do without that being the case, right? You don't get Mason third pick without two players saying, "Nah, I'm not building a fourth room." So my two predictions after the draft was that Field Watchman was out there. My other prediction was that Payne, CS Junior, Montu, they have some growth without room cards, 100%. They've got Country Doctor, they've got Field Doctor, they've got Farm Steward, they've got something, right? So I need to play around those cards. But two clay and a grain to delay an action is a pretty great for pay a food and delay an action. It's pretty great for CS Junior here. Very nice. But to me, this just reeks. Play Patroness, build the play Patroness, get a stone. Play Animal Activist, build the well. Like just easy. Play easy. Try to get on easy street. Let them give me all the actions that I want. Pay labor for CS. Interesting. So late sheep. So yeah. The other thing I could have done is I could have played Harbor Master in response to Whale Oil. I could have done that. Big country requires big moves. I'm not. Ranch was totally a block pick. 100% a block pick. That's all. I knew this game was going to be total nonsense. I knew it. I absolutely knew this game was going to be total nonsense. Holy. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Oh, what a game. Yeah, I'm just not going to say anything in chat. I don't want to set anyone off here. So, ooh, Pain plows and puts a stone on plow. I think I like that action a lot. I think I really like that action. And I think if I take it, like, okay, so obviously I want to be able to play miners, but like I have safety pin. Maybe taking the wood is just like a lot more important. But I think this plow stone action is so good for me. I don't know. Maybe there's a big cost of plowing without earthen walls out. It does kind of mess up my potter's yard too. I gotta think here. Um, I think you know what. I'm not gonna overthink this. Play Patroness, get a read. Hope to get 4 wood from the 1 wood space next round. 4 wood into Animal Activist and double build. And just like I said, have the easiest time on the build a room space. Could have also played Harbor Master. Maybe I play Harbor Master next round. Maybe I expensive Awk Harbor Master into cheap Awk Animal Activist. So yeah, Payne's got some reason to get his stone in the ground, clearly. Um I think he's gonna sow. So I will take 4 wood here. This game. This is a game. Safety pin could be really good if I'm gonna grow just ridiculously quickly. I'll be a bit sad if Payne takes 2 food fishing and I didn't play Harbor Master. I'll be a bit sad about that. But like that's not the end of the world. Payne's taking Reed. Okay, so they're at least thinking about building. Actually, Kaya. No, I'll just take stone. So I do need to figure out my feeding. Playing the well in round 5 gets me 2 food. So that's a thing that I can do. I could also have fenced with the intention of playing Pasture Lover. So like my round 4 could have been like 4 wood fence, and then round 5 CS would have to first move. CS would have to beat me to Reed, or Payne would have to beat me to 3 wood to beat me to the build space after playing Pasture Lover, which is doable. Blacksmith for CS Junior, a great Ock to have here, so he can build his oven. I think I kind of like Harbor Master in 5. If the clay action is not there, I kind of like Harbor Master in. Oh my god, I get double build into double grow, unless Montu has Country Doctor. Unless Montu has Country Doctor, I get double build into double grow. The draft was really tough, but I got some strong signals for sure. I should have built a stable so that I could play farm stable. So I'm not even going to grow first move. I'm going to let Montu grow because I want to take 8 clay or 6 clay. Because someone, like, I think Payne's going to take 6 wood, right? Even if CS Junior takes 8 clay, I'm going to take 6 clay. And it can lead into playing Earthen Walls on Family Growth in 7. Plus, my safety pin doesn't do anything. So, like, and also it lets me, like, build the pottery or build a cooking hearth and grab the animals. Like, the fireplace is still available. So I really like clay fireplace 3 sheep in round 6 to shore up my feeding, and then I can just play Earthen Walls in round 7 on Family Growth or Hardware Store. Hardware Store seems good with Potter's Yard, I guess. It's a way to get the resources that I need. Whenever you play an occupation around with a harvest, you get 3 food before paying the cost. Yeah, I'm letting Montu grow here, but I don't care at all. I'm totally fine with that. What the hell is Payne even doing? Some nonsense. I get the first sheep grab after for growing in, and I get the first sheep grab and growth in 5 and 7. I think the game is over. Ed CS will be annoyed when I do grow next round, but I'm gonna say to him, "Hey, I'm sorry that I took 8 clay." Like, holy crap! I took 8 clay and secured my feeding. I don't think. I think it's pretty hard to argue that that is not a good play. And got myself a miner to play, a good, like a solid miner to play. Yeah, because CS is gonna. Well, you know what? He can't even really build into grow, unless he has a bake. If he has a bake miner, he can build into grow. And there was that clay miner that gives you a bake action immediately. He could also try to set up double build. Take read here. I think you should read that I'm growing here. I played safety pin, so the newborn doesn't cost anything. I think you should read that I'm growing here. So I think if you read that I'm growing, then you don't have to build here. Because Pain's not threatening your build at all. And if you take the 3 read, then Montu's not threatening your build. And Pain is clearly doing something with Winter Tutor, right? It's Pain. He doesn't do it if he without that, right? Yeah, I think it's a good read there by CS Junior. That's a good read. I like giving myself start player last action into 6 wood. I like that. Oh, Pain Renos. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Tower Builders in the draft as well. What the hell? I get 7 clay. What? What? Okay, I guess I could just get 7 clay. But the pottery's not available. I think I'm just gonna build a 5th clay room. This to me looks like a 6 clay room game or a 6 stone room game. Like I just build a clay room. I mean, I want to go back to the build a room space anyways to build stables. So to me, this 7 clay just tells me go back to build. Take 3 reed into family growth. And then I can Reno into grow. So Payne's got officer. So did Payne also take tower builder? Or no, I saw tower builder back in 5. Yeah, I saw tower builder back. So Payne cannot have tower builder. Well, I want to take this 3 reed, but leaving start player available to take wood would be nice. Yeah, I think I'm just building another room. I think that's, yeah. Like, what else is this clay going to otherwise? Build another fireplace or another cooking hearth just to, like, scare everybody else off the animals? Yeah, CS Junior builds a second oven here. So 3 majors so far is quite nice. Uh, there was also that 0 majors card, which Payne could have, or Montu could have. They both could have it. Play hardware store here. Feed 6 with safety pin. The BMW is probably quite good for me. With the BMW with hardware store. Although to be fair, I need 2 more read minimum. Yeah, the BMW is probably good for me. Wood clay. The problem with hardware store is that it does give me a clay, which I just really can't really use the clay at all. But yeah, a way to turn clay into points would be pretty phenomenal here. Someone could play Hunger Wall. That'd be great. Or is it Hunger Wall that clay into 2 food? Okay, now Payne's doing Payne stuff. Payne is doing absolutely doing Payne stuff. Um, 5 food seems nice. 3 stone also solid, but pretty sure I want a Renault BMW. And obviously I want to get wood so that I build my 4 stables at the same time that I'm building my room. Is it Hunger Wall? Yeah. I get confused because I think at one point Hunger Wall had like a pineapple for a picture. And I get it confused with I think for some reason I think Hunger Wall and the pineapple picture card are different, but I think they're the same. I think that the picture just got updated. But yeah, there used to be a card like Hunger Wall that you could pay a clay that had a pineapple face for the picture. It was like a telefrancais an ananas qui parle. No, non possible. Oui, c'est possible. I am really happy. Really, really, really so very happy I did not pass ranch. Holy crap. I am so happy I did not pass ranch. So if I think there's a chance I'm going to take start player, I should not take the 3 wood, but yeah, I guess he is. Yeah, you know what? If Montu's not taking it, BMW threatened? Not really. Do this as a holding move. I know I want it this round, so real estate agent for Montu. Boy, am I ever happy I took ranch. Holy crap. And you know what? This game, like I said, I knew my opponents were going to be doing weird stuff when I got third pick Mason and I got seventh pick Pasture Lover. But round five family growth was really important for me. Round five family growth was actually so important for me. So let's play Earthen Walls here on start player. And I think Drunkard's at the end of the round. So I think technically both my actions are now. And build the BMW now. So I don't have to. No, I mean I'm gonna want to. I'm gonna want to Reno in the. I'm gonna want to Reno next round. So I could take 3 stone now. I don't really need 3 stone for really any purpose. I think I just take the 4 sheep. The 2 sheep, secure my feeding. Then now my next round is 6 wood, 6 wood, Renault, BMW, take Reed somehow. Could be from Patroness, could be taking day labor. TS Junior's got Elephant. Excellent way to convert your drunkard food into points. Really excellent way to convert drunkard food into points. Good stuff for CS. Good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm surprised Payne didn't take the 4 stone. I definitely thought Payne might be on the build, but I guess yeah, I know he didn't get Tower Builder back, so it's not actually surprising. Renault BMW is totally uncontested. Uh, like none of the actions I really need. Like I don't really need any of the actions on the board. None of them are super contested. I can ask myself, is Seed Trader worth it? And the animal's answer is animal. The answer is likely no. The answer to is Seed Trader worth playing? The answer is almost certainly no. Honestly, this would have been a really fun game for Astronomer because with my 5 actions in like the remaining 4 rounds, that's you can try for Astronomer 4 times and you'll hit on one of them, right? Montu all about the food per harvest life with surveyor and real estate agent. There's the vegetable man, which we absolutely knew was coming. Predictably unpredictable from Pain. Predictably unpredictable. No Smith here. I have plenty of actions. Maybe last action well. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Last action build a well. Yeah. I should have done that instead of run out. I was thinking build, but like room is totally uncontested. I guess theoretically it's possible that Pain plays a way to grow and then build is better, but I mean well gets me a food next round and I need all the food that I can get. So and yeah, probably just planning to take Reed into growth makes sense because then I can play Potter's Yard, which I can't do right now. So yeah, planning to take 3 Reed before building. Yeah, that all seems to line up. Wells in chat. And then a Reed and 5 food to feed 8. First move, I'll take the 3 Reed here. So certainly going to build and grow, play Potter's Yard. Build a room, 4 stables, play Potter's Yard. So I know I'm going to get to 6 rooms, and I'm probably going to try for 5 fields. So I only really need defense 10. And then oh, where is it? Earthen walls can give me 4 wood from the plow space. So that'd be pretty great. And then I've got Madonna statue. Just my action efficiency should be very high. I should just have an intrinsically incredibly high scoring farm. 5 stone. So like that bodes pretty well for my mason. When there's just 5 stone sitting there. Like I think I'm not gonna have a problem getting to a stone house. Oh man. Yeah, especially not when I can day labor as well. And wood reed stone. Wood reed stone would be an action I take. Even like I don't need the clay. I would just play wood reed stone. That would be an action I would take every round. And that's what day labor gives me. Ooh. Ooh. Just need to keep up my feeding. Make sure that I keep taking food like relatively aggressively. So Payne's gonna play Universal Educator, I guess. I'm assuming that's what he took out of my opening pack. And he's getting like 8 food per Auk. I mean, I can take the 5 stone. Plow would be a nice action. Am I gonna get plow back? Probably not. Whoops, not a beggar. And if plow's not there, day labor last action is fine. Like 5 stone is nice, but I almost don't need the 5 stone. Like wood clay reed wood reed stone is a fine move. I have 5 actions. I know I can get it every round. If I decide like I play mason, playing mason gets me a stone. Oh, Payne plays crop crib. Okay. uh, I mean, you know what? As is usual with Payne doing these kinds of games, like I crapped on him last game and he tied for the win, and he would have won outright with some better if round five hadn't been family growth. So I'll put crop crib over with the other minor I'm not gonna play. Ranch. But yeah, every plow comes with two food now. I have no interest in the clay, so it's gonna be two food each time. But yeah, just make sure that I get the stone and then get fields and pastures. Yep. So just get to eight wood and plow fields. If only those clay on the farm count for ranch. If only I had drafted real estate agent. Like I was so close to drafting real estate agent. If I had drafted real estate agent, well, to be fair, if I had drafted real estate agent, this game would have been really bonkers. Because I think it's pretty likely that if I drafted real estate agent, nobody would have grown in five. Because but like maybe CS Junior grows in five, but like nobody wanted to grow in five. Maybe Montu. It's just sheer nonsense. My cabbages. This is on Reno, I assume, for CS Junior. But yeah, like I have five family members. I'm totally fine with taking two wood. Like I get three wood per round. I can take two wood and day labor every single round, and I'm totally fine with that. So we don't know what Montu's first pick it was yet, and it does kind of look like Montu might have constable. So I think I should make sure that I'm able to get the constable points. Now Montu in his collection does have the revised constable, so nice hinterland farmer. Yeah, I absolutely needed round five family growth. If round five was not family growth, I am getting totally crushed by my opponent's setups. Anything other than round five family growth, I was gonna get totally crushed. You sleep at the wheel there, Rallocran. And then 3 wood or 2 boar or 3 sheep. Any of those coming back are reasonable. And I know I'm going to day labor. I probably take 1 cattle. There's no reason for me to ever let anyone else get 2 cattle this game. I have the actions that I can be a bully. Hey, that's not Universal Educator. Yeah, just a breeding pair of boar. No big deal. We're almost at the point where I might fence 6. Uh, no, I wouldn't fence 6. Yeah, no, actually, there's no way. There's no way to fence any fewer than 8 and activate um, earthen wall. I wish, but that looks like Cloister Dweller to me. Just fencing like that in particular. That says Cloister Dweller to me. There was also a Midnight Fencer in the game. I should call that out, as well. If I don't take green here, CS probably takes it. But if he does, then I just start player, I suppose. And I know I'm gonna last action day labor for start player farm stable. I don't really need to play farm stable this early because I think I'm okay on food, but there's kind of no reason not to. Like unless Montu takes it here. Now CS probably takes it with this move because maybe he reads the state I'm in. Or it's just like, sure, I'll take crops. Like, don't really have anything to do, so like I'm in a position where I maybe play Pepper Farmer as turning 2 food into a wood and a point, and that might be, or it's really only 1 food into a wood and a point, and that's probably an okay conversion this game for me. Or whatever resource I need, it could become a stone or whatever. I think most of the time it's becoming a wood. Because that's really the only thing I need left. Like, I should get a reasonable read action later in the game. So 7 food and a read to feed. Read the boar. CS hit family growth. That's good for CS. I plow. Probably plow, take wood, day labor, something. Maybe I won't be able to take wood twice. What I could do is rather than waiting to fence 8, I could fence 6 and then say that fencing 3 later is okay. It's okay to spend one more total wood if it lets me get the first fences up earlier, because getting 2 plows after fencing 8 is going to be pretty questionable. Certainly, I'm getting 3 wood total this round, minimum. I'll take 2 wood and day labor. Montu start player bartering shack, so most likely he's taking family growth without room. I expect CS Junior will plow so. Pain. What does Pain want in 13? Pain maybe takes a pair of cattle after fencing this round. Assuming that I don't take the cattle as for food, which may very well do. Pain fencing 12 big. So I take 2 wood. Probably playing a knock, right? Could play like Pepper Farmer or something. Try to do a sow action in 13. Pain might want to sow action. Yeah, if Pain doesn't sow this round, Pain might want to sow action. And CS Junior, if he takes plow sow, you would think he's not going to do a sow action. Want to play in an occupation here. I mean, I can turn to Pepper Farmer is 2 food into wood food point, assuming that I sow my crops, which I will sow my crops. And it's actually like maybe I don't sow in 13, but I certainly sow in 14, right? And it's whatever you harvest, you get a food from the vegetable. Yeah, I guess the other thing to highlight is if I fence 8 big, that necessitates giving up the cattle or the boar or the sheep, which I don't love. And maybe I should temper my expectations on how many more fields I'm going to get. Maybe I should be satisfied with just 1 remaining field. In which case I could fence 10 down here. That would be fine. If I know I'm doing a so bake, then Seed Trader is an okay option as well. Because like the grain is net positive food when you buy it if you're going to do a bake action with the cooking hearth. But spending 3 food on vegetables twice is not that appealing. So Montu is planning to get the animal activist points. And he gets his fourth family member here. He's got an extra 5 stone. Now Pain looking like Cloister Dweller. Yeah, that's true. Who knows what Pain's up to? So I eat a reed boar, and I pick up 2 food from getting occupying a farmyard space. So I've got 8 more food coming in for that. Puts me at 6 for the next harvest. Pepper farmer, boar, reed. Yeah, I've got plenty of food. Ooh, Montu had start playered, and he did not take family growth. Interesting. That's very interesting to me. Okay, I'll go for Plauso then, since 2 players are at stone already. Fencing this round is the tiniest bit dicey, but does Elephant combo with that card? Whenever you plow, you may pay 2 food to plow 1 more field. Yeah, I'm not sure the elephant. I don't think the elephant actually combos. CS says it obviously works. I actually don't think it works with passive plows. So bait got taken. That's fine. I take 2 wood with the intention of fencing. Uh, are we reading the same elephant? All right, let's go look up Apple Man. Sure. Oh, Sid's come to weigh in. If AG2, then it's a clear no. Hmm. It doesn't have the same exact wording. That's this discussion is frustrating because they're like it's so obvious, and I don't agree that it's so obvious. But it's not a big deal. It's not worth arguing over. Day labor. I've got both of my crops. I could take a second grain. Taking a second grain seems like an okay option. Do I think Auk is contested at the end of the game here? Um, I guess the clay and reed is not that important. The wood lets me fence. But yeah, the clay and reed is not that important. So maybe just play mason here. And I can pull a reed when playing mason because I know Reno is uncontested. And then last action, take a grain for 2 points. If AG2, yeah, I'm not sure about the AG2 specific rules. I can't really respond to that, unfortunately. Um, so I plow here. I get 2 food from occupying this space, and I get to fence 2 for free. And I get to sow here. I get a point on Pepper Farmer, and I get to sow here. And then I might wheel a 2 cattle action. Oh, CS probably takes 2 cattle. So I want to play Madonna statue, and then I have a bunch of 1 point moves. Cattle's a 1 point move. 2 boar is a 1 point move. Vegetable and grain are both 1 point moves. I'm happy with fencing for 1, and then Reno Madonna statue, or Reno fence for 1 and play Madonna statue manually. Both are fine with me. AG2 written cards. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. That AG2 did try to eliminate that space, that ambiguity. Yeah, like I think if it said, so I guess I should think about it. If it said whenever you plow 1 or more field, then I would say yes, of course it works. It's just the phrase whenever you plow. And I guess for in my mind, plow is not associated with putting the field tile on your farm, but it's associated with those 2 actions. I think that's maybe causing some confusion. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it works. It's not a big deal either way. So read is my best action. Um, Otherwise, what am I even doing? The board take points away from CS. I want to play Madonna statue. So Madonna statue, Reed, Reno. I don't need any other actions, right? I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, I should pick up the 2 food on the board. I was hoping Montu was going to push for the um, stables, which made me feel very secure that he's going to reno improvement. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. So then I can play Madonna statue, return the pin and the walls. Animal activist. Does it say fence stables? Oh my god, animal activist says fence stables. Oh, animal activist says fence stables. Oh, I thought it was just regular stables. Um, no, that was silly. You're right, Tucker. I'm not getting the points this way, and that might cost me the game. Giving the points to CS Junior. 2 wood into Reno fence is not good enough. I'd have to 2 wood day labor Reno fence, which means I'm not playing Madonna's statue. So then I have to calculate. So then I'd have to calculate. I can take I can take Reno fence for 1. So I have to do some math now. So okay, so obviously I'm either way I'm ending with 6 fields. Um, so I can eat a reed. I'm definitely fencing with a reed, right? I'm definitely fencing with a reed. So fencing exterior gets me an extra 2 points because I cover the 2 plus another 2 that makes it 4, right? And then I get 1 point from reed, so it'd be 5. So it's 5 points that way versus reed, which is 2 points, Madonna statue, which is 2 points, and the fence 1, which is 1 point. The advantage of doing it this way, I take the points away from CS Junior, except if CS Junior has Midnight Fencer, then it doesn't matter because he gets those either way. So I'll do the wood clay reed stone action either way. And then maybe I get 2 wood. Because I think the wood clay reed stone action, it's always a point. It's always a point from a second fence, and it's always a point um, from the second fence, and it's always a point on the reed. So it's never a wasted action. So I think if I lose this game, my biggest mistake, not taking crops earlier when I know I'm gonna plow sow. Because taking crops, any vegetable or grain action in 13 or 12 would have been 2 points. So all these 1 point moves could have been up 1 point. Especially since Renault was uncontested. I should have been optimizing for the plow sow action. I could have played Seed Trader. I could have easily played Seed Trader instead of I could have played Seed Trader as an action and just eaten 2 boar here and had a bunch more crop points. So I think that was a pretty big mistake on my part. So yeah, so fencing 2 versus fencing exterior, and fencing exterior is 2 minus 1 plus 2, so it's 3 points better versus playing Madonna statue and fencing interior. So this one is a swing with CS. Payne played Cloister Dweller. We knew Payne was playing Cloister Dweller. So CS has this. Yeah, CS just has this win, right? Well, actually, no, not necessarily. Uh, 1 point from farm stable. And I eat a boar. 7 food and a boar. So whatever I score plus 2, plus animal activate. So whatever I score plus 4. Is that enough to beat CS? Probably not. It might be close. Yeah, he did have Midnight Fencer. Yeah, damn. Yeah, nice Midnight Fencer. He fences 3 and snags the animal activist points. Oh, I feel pretty bad about that. That was a pretty big blunder on my part. I think I choked. I think I choked this game in stage 5, not taking crops more aggressively and not playing Seed Trader. I think there was just no reason for me not to play Seed Trader. I think that was a pretty big mistake on my part. And then also the fencing was wrong. My fencing was clearly wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Too bad. Because I'm short a point on Reed. I'm short a point on Reed. I'm short 2 points on playing Madonna statue. And yeah, any crop actions would have been better. So my 2 boar was actually bad because of CS Junior's allegory. CS Junior's allegory. I thought, oh, I'll take the boar, and then at least they're not getting back to CS Junior. But no, he's got it. $58 for me. Yeah, because he gets another 2 points. So he's at 56 plus 6 or 7. He's in the 60s. Yeah. I mean, he assembled an absurd combo. The drunkard giving food for grain, food and delay your action for grain and 2 clay is turns out it's pretty good. Especially with cards like blacksmith. Tough but exciting game. Yeah, and you know what? Maybe if I play better, it's just yeah. If he's at like 61 or whatever, it might not matter. It just might not matter at if I had played a bit better. But I certainly could have got I like that boar action could have been a crop action, and I didn't fence right. Yeah, I was wrong with my animal activist. But considering I had to first block pick ranch, and considering how terrible of a Patroness game this was, I don't feel too bad. This was a really terrible Patroness game. Um, yeah. So I think so I think the big place I'm lacking here is on crop points. The big point I'm lacking on is crop points, I think. So yeah, so my two boar action could have been 2 points, but that's only 1 point better. But like I maybe day labored one too many times. Getting the fencing wrong was pretty bad. Getting the fencing wrong was pretty bad. Yeah, I think I think I'm not too upset. Like I grew in reasonable times. I got the well and the BMW, so I didn't like spoil myself on point ceiling. I made a pretty big mistake misreading Animal Activist, so I think I probably need like earthen walls. Maybe with earthen walls, I needed to be able to fence six earlier, and if I had realized that I needed to get all my stables internally, maybe I would have picked that up. Maybe I would have picked that up. Mm. But I had a pretty good sense with the cards I was being passed that I needed a really absurd. I needed round five family growth to be relevant, and I got it, and it still wasn't enough because I knew like I don't get you don't get past Mason third, and you don't see Pasture Lover seventh unless your opponents are doing pretty good stuff. Um, yeah, like there's not really like aside from maybe start playing for plows like I guess maybe I needed to start plowing a bit earlier, potentially. Yeah. I'm just going to blame this all on needing to first pick ranch. That if that ranch is something, a reasonable first pick minor, that'll make up. That and having animal activist correctly would make a difference. Did I do the math right there at the end? I'm not actually sure I did the math right. So I counted myself plus. So if I do the read Madonna statue fence one internally, so then the Madonna statue is 2 points. Um, the day labor is always 2 points. So the day labor action is fine. The only question is the two wood. The only question then is the two wood. Is the two wood worth it? So the two wood changes me from fencing 12. So I lose a pasture point, but I gain 3 points. So it's net plus two. So it's a two. So the two wood's a 2 point move. I think is how I'm reading this, if I'm reading this correctly. So the two wood is equivalent to Madonna statue, and it didn't take the points away. I did guess that he had Midnight Fencer, and I was right about that. Um, yeah, what would have been good is any way to plow a field after fencing. So like any way to plow a field at the end of the game would have been quite nice. That would have made my earthen walls a lot better. Yeah, I think I did my math right. I think my big mistake this game was that my Plowso was not. I could have played Seed Trader. Like, there's no need for me to have 5 boar here when I could have Seed Trader in play. So I think that's pretty much what lost me the game here, is that I could pretty easily have another 3 points from crops. Now it does cost me a point on the boar, but like I didn't need my last day labor action because I have an extra stone. Didn't need the clay at all, so I could have taken reed, right? Like, yeah. I mean, I exited the draft and said, "My God, this hand sucks." And yeah, it did. It really did. So what works so well for CS? That he got to first move plow a couple times. So was he going second a lot? Is that's my inclination. Nope, I was going second a lot. Oh my God, I was going second a lot. Yeah, so I went second most of anyone this game, I think. Right? Except for round one. So I'm second in 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm second 5 rounds. So someone else. So CS might have been the second the same number of rounds. I don't know how many times Montu took start player. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we're both second the same amount of time. So it was like, but I think like the fact that he could plow in front of me was pretty bad for me. Um, if I didn't 2 wood, then I don't even get the tie. Well, I don't even get the tie on the animal activist. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right about that. But I think that comes down to me laying out my farm badly because I was pretty sure I was going to get to take the animals with my second move in 14. I was pretty sure I was getting to do that. I think what's just indefensible here is that I just didn't play Seed Trader. I think that's kind of indefensible. That with the animals on my farm and when I'm gonna plow sow, like what did I do in 13 aside from play Seed Trader? And I kind of kicked myself immediately afterward, but then I didn't think it mattered because I thought I was doing pretty well. But then I realized, oh no, I'm giving away these points to CS Junior, which screwed up the end of my game. So I start player at first move, and then I took 2 wood, which is probably fine, and then I fenced 8, which is fine. And I day labored. So this day labor action, oh, I changed it to Awk. I changed it to Mason. So I changed the action to Mason and then I took day labor. So start player wood, fence, Awk, day labor. I ended with 1 too many stone because of day labor in 14. So that day labor action could have been worth an extra point. No, because the wood was relevant. The wood was relevant. I guess the way I can calculate it is the wood is not as important if I fence around the stables, but then the food might matter. The food matters if I play Seed Trader. I think I just really needed to play Seed Trader instead of if I'd played Seed Trader instead of my grain or vegetable action, then then we're really close. Then I'm at 61, right? Maybe 60 if you take away a point because I'd have to have eaten a point to buy all those things. Yeah. Yeah, then I'm probably at 60. So I'm probably still losing to CS. I think, unfortunately, it was an unfortunately terrible Patroness game. Just because my hand was so disjointed. Let's look at the draft. I want to see where my picks were in terms of the power. 369, 435. I maybe could have laid out my farm differently earlier. Yes, I mean I did take the higher power card in Patroness, but this was like an unexpectedly terrible Patroness game. So Treasure Hunter here and Animal Activist, 4.3 power Animal Activist. Holy crap! I just really didn't want to pass Pepper Farmer to the Synergizer. Maybe I was too worried about that, and I should have just taken it. Boy, do I ever wish I'd taken Real Estate Agent. I was so close to taking Real. I guess I was closer to taking Gym Trainer. I thought about Real Estate Agent. Yeah, I think there's no. I think I just can never pass Ranch here. I think I can just never pass Ranch. Given that I've passed Synergizer Real Estate Agent, I think I can never pass Ranch here. Because that player just wins if it's anything other than round five. I'm pretty sure that player just wins outright. Just because you can never beat those points, right? Yeah. And CS Junior had a great game. He obviously had a fantastic game, really high scoring game. He got to grow pretty uncontested in 8 and 9. So Payne not involving himself in the family growth queue. I mean, it was good for me, but I think it was even better for CS that CS didn't have to fight Payne for growth in 9. And he got to build, yeah, he got to build the pottery. The pottery would have been really good for me. The pottery would have been really good because, like, with the hardware store and with the potter's yard, I knew I'd had have easy access to clay. Yeah, so he didn't play like super strong cards. Like my card's power levels are a lot higher, but the Drunkard Hill Cultivator into the food for elephant was really strong, and the food for blacksmith. Like it just meant that he had the food that he could very safely play elephant, which was really good. It was well done. Because like the big thing about elephant is you just have to know you have enough food, right? And yeah, and if it's anything other than growth in five, I don't have a chance at all. I really do not have a chance. I'm not sure where if there was a different way for me to take that draft. Like maybe I was supposed to first pick Synergizer there, but yeah, unexpected like kind of unexpectedly terrible game for Patroness. So and I played fairly conservative. I could have played riskier. Like I was pretty careful with taking four food actions. I made sure to day labor, like I was day laboring earlier than my last move. So maybe, yeah, and then I didn't play. I'm just kicking myself over not playing Sea Trader, but otherwise, I'm not unhappy with the game. I don't see a lot like when the pottery's gone and I build the BMW and the well. I just I could have had a slightly better animal score, but I think the fifth room was just like actually very good. Now, maybe there's an argument for just building the fifth room with Mason, not building the fifth room with Clay, but building the fifth room with Mason. Maybe what you say is, I did not need that seven Clay. So maybe instead of taking that seven Clay, it was instead correct to not build again, not build the fifth room, get to Mason a bit earlier, and then try to get a couple ranch points. But then I can't plow so in 14. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I would have starved Family Growth 4 before yeah, if I had grown in 6, I'm pretty sure not that I would have starved Ducker, but I would have. I think all the actions that I gained from growing one round earlier, and remember, it's only one action. I think I lose all of that in the efficiency of not getting the 3 sheep. I think getting the 3 sheep in 6 was very important, and then being able to take other like the boar or whatever later. I think that action was pretty important. And I think like it's like so I lose an action, but I gain a food and I gain much more efficient feeding. And like I knew I was probably going to be able to grow in 7, which I did. So no, I think that was correct. I think that was correct. I guess the one thing maybe is maybe I just couldn't afford to play stable activist or animal activist. That might have been a thing that I just didn't. I shouldn't have played animal activist. Hard to say that when I was setting up for double build in 5. Not a 3 round delay like a normal. Well, that's exactly it. It was only a 1 round delay to like have much better feeding. I'm pretty sure that was correct. I'm trying to think if there's a spot in the draft. Like, I guess the pepper farmer pick is like pretty marginal. The pepper farmer pick maybe is pretty marginal. What can I take over pepper farmer second? 369 435. Could have had treasure hunter. So then the question becomes, if I had taken treasure hunter instead of pepper farmer, would I have seen that there was plenty of stone in the game and placed wood instead? Because I would have needed to place wood. And you know what? If I read that animal, if I think, I think if I had seen that animal activist was fence stables, then treasure hunter maybe lets me fence 12 tight and still get the animal activist points and not lose points from. So yeah, treasure hunter might have actually been pretty good, just because even if I had played it in 13, it could have been a 2 point move, right? Because I can just occupy the 2 spaces. I can just occupy the 2 spaces. I do give up 4 food though from not making them used, but yeah, I think that maybe is a play. Maybe that's a spot where I could have laid out my farm better for treasure hunter. I could have left 2 spaces and then fenced 12 tight instead of 14 big. Then I don't have to take the 2 wood. Yeah, give up a pepper farmer point, but the food doesn't matter from pepper farmer. So give up the pepper farmer point to gain a point, and then not need the 2 wood action if I lay out my farm correctly, and then I can win with that. So that's maybe the line, is that I needed to pass Pepper Farmer to the Synergizer. I was quite afraid of what I was shipping the Synergizer, but and Montu had a good game. Montu did have a good game, but he ended up in third, right? He's behind CS and I, and part of that is the strength of round 5 family growth for me, and that CS had that really good hill cultivator combo. I assume CS first picked Drunkard because I think Montu wouldn't have shipped. I assume Monty would not have shipped Hill Cultivator if he had seen Drunkard. So this is why I got Mason back, is because he first picked Drunkard. I cannot believe I got Mason Pasture Lover out of this pile. I cannot believe I got those 2 cards out of this pile. And he had Universal Educator. I thought Payne must have had it. Old Tools is good. He didn't play Old Tools. This was a Montu mix game. It was. It was. It was a great that first pick drunkard. You know, you're giving up a lot of power. You're shipping Mason and Mason and Cloister Dweller. But when you get the Hill Cultivator back, like, and the you know what, the blacksmith was very important for him as well. The blacksmith was super important for CS Junior, so it worked out. It worked out really well for him. It was a great pick, and yeah, yeah. It's sad to think that I built 6 rooms and did not have a single payoff, like a single room payoff. Mason kind of, but like, yeah, anything like pelts or whatever. Like if you just sub out ranch for pelts, then I win, right? Yeah, if you just sub out ranch for pelts, then I win, and it's not really close, I don't think, because I'm just up six. I'm pretty much up 6 points. I'm up 5 points probably. So that it'd still be close if I'm just up five, but obviously I could have played differently if I'd played ranch. So or had well, no, yeah, I'd probably just be up 5 points, 4 points maybe. Then it would still be close. Yeah, I think I think if I had remembered that Animal Activist was Fence Stables, I might have considered Midnight Farmer. Again, no, I'm done for sure. I'm definitely done for tonight. Um, I wonder if I should have considered Midnight Farmer because I think I saw it twice. I think it was a seventh pick Midnight Farmer for CS. Was it in my opening pack? I think I definitely missed on Midnight Farmer being Fence Stables for Animal Activist. And until Ducker said, "Do you still get the Animal Activist points?" I was like, just assuming that I was, which was not a good assumption. Um, yeah, that was a good game. Try to think where are my dead actions. So that's 7 clay. So I take 7 clay with my first move in 8, and I end the game with 7 clay. Now, obviously, that's not totally equivalent because that 7 clay then lets me build in 10. But yeah, and like the room was obviously good. But again, if I'd played Treasure Hunter, then I wouldn't have needed the sixth room to cover the space so much. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my read on the game. I think I read the game correctly, but then I think I did not execute well at the end. I think it like early game was like pretty much autopilot. It was like take the good like your opponents are going to let you build the first room, try to double build. Like and I think that was very correct. I think that was very correct. I think I generally had a good read on the game. I think obviously I made some mistakes at the end with not playing Seed Trader and then not remembering Animal Activist. I think the Treasure Hunter pick is like a pretty deep cut. My reasoning on not taking Treasure Hunter is that I was kind of thinking about wheeling Veggie Man and thinking that Treasure Hunter comes out kind of late for Veggie Man, but maybe I should have just taken Treasure Hunter. But I think I was too afraid of the Synergizer, and if round 7 was Family Growth, that probably would have been correct, right? If I build in 5 and I start player to hold growth and Montu grows in 8, Montu wins, right? In that line, I'm assuming. Maybe CS Junior gets enough extra efficiency out of his thing, but if he doesn't grow until if he has to start player grow in 9, and then I start player grow in 10, and like Pain it gets in the growth queue even, then I think Pain obviously would do a lot better in that line too. In a round 7 family growth game, Pain would have done a lot better. So yeah, a fun game. I had a pretty easy game on board. I played a game of Board Game Arena. I was really bored. I just played in the background while I was working, and I had another quite easy game. The problem is, I feel like if you're not playing, like, even like the ratings are just so, they just mean so little right now because they're so uncertain, just because there's so few games played. Um, oh, excuse me. Oh man, I was trying to get the mute button. I'm sorry. Can I see the final situation? I can replay it. Oh, can I just jump to the end? I just want to jump to the end. Go to the game end. Go to the end of the game. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Oh, it's gonna go one at a time. Okay, no, that's no good. No, there's no way I'm waiting till the end of the game. But yeah, my hand was really good. Yeah, thanks, Tucker. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll sure I'll stream tomorrow. I'll try to do an earlier game, although it's possible. Team said they might want a sub for soccer tomorrow. Um, so if I play soccer, it'll be a later start. Um, it makes you play through. Yeah, it's too bad there's not like an image. Maybe that's something to suggest. Just capture an image of the end of the game that I can just click on so that you can see the final situation without doing anything else. I think that would be pretty neat. And maybe it exists. I just don't know where it is on the site. I don't play much Board Game Arena, so. Um, yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow, either like 5:30 start or like a 9:30 or 10 start. If I'm not playing soccer, it'll be 5:30. If I am playing soccer, it'll be like 10. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. And GG's to Montu, CS Junior, and Payne. And CS Junior, I think he won the seasons recently earlier, so he's doing really well. So although he quit earlier, which was very rude of him. So shame on you, CS Junior, for quitting. But yeah, I'm done for today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Bye.